Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashta Prayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhauti Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So today I will take some series of verses. So I'm going to start with 18th verse. So yesterday Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto chapter 70 and 17th day before, I think, Friday, when it was completed? Sunday was 17th verse was done. So today we are going to start with 18th verse. And we are going to recite verse 26th. So I will start with 18. I will read the translation, verse and translation, and then we will recite 26th verse. Text 18. Tatropavishtaha paramasane vibhur babhau svabhasha kakubho vabhasayan vrito nar simhair yadubhir yaduttamo yathodurajo divitaraka ganaihi. Translation. As the Almighty Supreme Lord would seat himself upon his exalted throne there in the assembly hall, he shone with his unique effulgence, illuminating all the quarters of space, surrounded by Yadus, lions among men. That best of the Yadus appeared like the moon amidst many stars. Text 19. Tatropamantrino rajan nanahasya rashair vibhum upatastho natacharya nartakya standavaihi prathak. And there, O king, jesters would entertain the Lord, his displaying various comic moods. Expert entertainers would perform for him, and female dancers would dance energetically. Purport by the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti points out that the word Natacharyaha refers, among other things, to expert magicians. All of these different entertainers, one after the other, would perform for the Lord in the assembly of great kings. Text 20. Mridanga Veena Muraja Venutala Daras Swanaihi Nandritur Jagustushtoshcha Sutamagadha Vandinaha. These performers would dance and sing to the sounds of mridangas, veenas, murajas, flutes, cymbals, and conch shells, while professional poets, chroniclers, and panegyrists would recite the Lord's glories. Text 21. Tatrahur brahmanaha kechid asina brahmavadinaha purvesham punya yashasam ragyam cha kathayan kataha. Some brahmanas sitting in that assembly hall would fluently chant Vedic mantras, while others recounted stories of past kings of pious renown. Text 22. Tatraikah purusho rajan agato purvadarshanaha vigyapito bhagavate pratiharaihi praveshitah. Once a certain person arrived in the assembly, O king, who had never been seen there before. The doorkeepers announced him to the Lord and then escorted him inside. Text 23. Sa namaskritya krishnaya pareshaya kritanjalihi Ragyam avedayad dukham jarasandha nirodhajam. The person bowed down to Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and with joined palms he described to the Lord how a number of kings were suffering because Jarasandha had imprisoned them. So here the other pastime will start here. And the Jarasandha, who also fought with Lord Krishna many times, several times, around 17 times. And the 18th time he ran away. Lord Krishna ran away from the battlefield. And Jarasandha thought that Krishna feared him. So that particular king, and he kidnapped several kings. And among them there was a messenger who came in the assembly of Lord Krishna. And he is speaking on the behalf of those kings. Text 24. Yachchadig. I have to complete the translation? Okay. Ye chadig vijaye tasya sannatim nayayur nipaha prasayya rudhaste nasan ayute dve giri vraje. 20,000 kings who had refused to submit absolutely to Jarasandha during his world conquest had been forcibly imprisoned by him in the fortress named Giri Vraja. Purport by the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti points out that these kings refused the payment of tribute and other forms of submission to Jarasandha. Also, there is a well-known account in the Mahabharata and other literatures that Jarasandha desired to worship Mahabhairava by offering him the lives of 100,000 kings in sacrifice. So we'll come back on this purport later on. Next text, 25, 25th text. Rajanuchuhu Krishna Krishna Prameyatman Prapanna Bhayabhanjana Vayam Tvam Sharanam Yamo Bhavabhitaha Prithagdhiyaha. The king said, as related through their messenger, O Krishna, Krishna, O immeasurable soul, destroyer of fear for those surrendered to you, despite our separatist attitude, we have come to you for shelter out of fear of material existence. Purport by the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, Sridhar Swami explains that the kings present their entreaty in this and the following 5 verses. In this verse, they take shelter to the Lord. In the next 3 verses, they describe their fear. And in the last 2 verses, they make their prayerful request. So it's a very systematic prayer. So this 26th verse we are going to recite. So I'm going to read now. Text 26. Loko vikarma niratah kushale pramattah Loko vikarma niratah kushale pramattah Karmanyayam tvad udite bhavad archane swe Yastavadasya balavaniha jivitasha Sadyas chintati animishaya namostu tasmai Loko vikarma niratah kushale pramattah Karmanyayam tvad udite bhavad archane swe Yastavadasya balavaniha jivitasam Sadyas-chinati animashaya namostu tasmai Loko vikarma niratah kushale pramattah Karmanyayam tvad udite bhavad archane swe Yastavadasya balavan iha jivitasam Sadyas-chinatya animishaya namostu tasmai माताएं per word meaning lokah, the whole world, vikarma, to sinful activities, niratah, always attached, kushale, which are for their benefit, pramattah, bewildered, karmani, about duties, ayam, this world, tvat, by you, udite, spoken, bhavat, of you, archane, the worship, sway, their own, beneficial engagement. Yaha, who, tavat, inasmuch, asya, of this world, balavan, powerful, iha, in this life, jivita, for longevity, asam, asham, hope, sadhya, suddenly, chinatti, cuts off, animishaya, to unblinking time, namaha, obeisances, astu, may there be, tasmai, to him. Translation. People in this world, repeat after me, people in this world are always engaged in sinful activities, are thus bewildered about their real duty, which is to worship you according to your commandments. This activity would truly bring them good fortune. Let us offer our obeisances unto the all-powerful Lord, who appears as time and suddenly cuts down one's stubborn hope for a long life in this world. Purport by the disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki, Lord Krishna states in the Bhagavad-gita 9.27, Yat karoshi yad ashnasi, yad juhosi dadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, and whatever austerities you perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me. This is the Supreme Lord's commandment. But people in general are bewildered and neglect this auspicious activity, preferring instead to perform sinful activities that led them to terrible suffering. The Krishna consciousness movement is working to enlighten the world about this most essential activity of loving service to the Lord. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjala Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namom Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatyadesh Tarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. By taking the blessings of the assembled Vaishnavas here, I will start the class. In this chapter, Lord Krishna's daily activities, description of Sudharma assembly, we heard. And now in that assembly, there is one person who is coming here as a messenger on the behalf of the kings who were kidnapped by Jarasandh. And now he is in overconfidence, obviously, that he thought that he can even challenge Lord Krishna. And in his journey of conquest, many kings surrendered. And maybe they have surrendered their opulence also. And there were some who were unlikely to surrender what he has done, he kidnapped them. And in the purport here, citing the scripture that is from the Mahabharata, that there is well-known account in the Mahabharata and other literatures that Jarasandh desired to worship Mahabhairava by offering him the lives of 100,000 kings in sacrifice. How many? 100,000 kings. Not one king. There is a pastime in Srimad Bhagavatam canto 5th, where Bharat Maharaj, 5th canto, right? Bharat Maharaj pastime, where the people there were some nomads in Jar Bharat's pastime, and Jar Bharat was taken for killing, and he was about to kill in front of the goddess Kali's Vigraha, and the Kali Vigraha exploded, and the actual Kali came. and she beheaded all of them who were killing Jad Bharat. And then in the purport, Srila Prabhupada write that such kind of abominable things, especially people who are in the mode of ignorance, they accept this vidhis and vidhans in order to get things done. But although these vidhis are there in scriptures, but they will never be liberated from, in spite of performing these vidhis, they will be bound by sinful reactions. They will not be free from the sins. If they are killing an animal, they will get sins. So such type of rules and regulations, especially the person who is in the mode of ignorance, they follow it. Yajanti satvika devan yaksha rakshansi rajasah preta bhuta gananshane yajanti tamasa janaha. In Bhagavad-gita, three modes of worship it is mentioned. Your demigod's worship is considered as goodness. And yaksha rakshasa worship is like rajoguna, passion. And preta bhuta gananshane, worshipping the ghostly spirits, it is mode of ignorance. But actually when they are worshipping Goddess Kali, they are not actually worshipping Goddess Kali. Prabhupada says in one lecture in Bhagavad-gita that if someone is saying that I am the devotee of Goddess Kali, he is not a devotee of Goddess Kali or Kal Bhairav. He is not a devotee. He has some vested interest in worshipping that particular goddess. And in order to fulfill that desire, he is worshipping it. Kamasya ratagyana prapadyante anna devataha. अन्य देवताओं की आराधना करना मतलब ही क्या है? That he has some material needs, material purpose he has to fulfill that. And because he feels that this is the better way, instantly one can gratify his senses by worshipping such and such demigod, then he follows that particular set of rules and regulations which are there for worshipping that particular demigod. So ahaytuki bhakti cannot happen for demigod worshippers. If someone is saying, I am a worshipper of Lord Shiva, I am a bhakta, he's not a bhakta. He's a bhakta of the opulence which he will get from Lord Shiva. If someone is saying, I am a devotee of Goddess Durga, no, he is not a devotee of Goddess Durga. The opulence which he will get from Goddess Durga is bhakta of that. That's why Krishna conscious in the moment, we should be very careful not to, dilute the process. Krishna and only Krishna. Many people say, you are extremist. No, we are not extremist. What is written in Bhagavad-gita, we follow. If Krishna is saying, Yepi anya devata bhakta yajanti mam upasate, people say, Hare, you can worship any demigod, it's same. And that is written in Gita. Yepi anya devata bhakta yajanti mam upasate te api maveva kauteya yajanti avidhi purvakam. But that is avidhi. Krishna himself is saying that is not a vidhi, it's avidhi. It's an indirect process. Someone cannot eat. Normally people eats how he eats. Agar nahi, if someone don't wants to eat, he deliberately, or due to some disease is not able to eat, then saline deta jata hai. Sometimes from nasal channel, he is feeded. And that is not a usual process for him, for eating. If somebody is not going to, someone is not worshipping Lord Krishna, for them, okay. If he is worshipping demigod, that is okay then. But Lord Krishna is not actually advising. That's why kamasya ratagyana. One who is lusty, one who is after sense gratification, in order to get things done, in order to fulfill his desires, these people are worshipping demigods, which are nothing but part and parcel of Lord Krishna. Bharat Maharaj, when he was a king, he performed many yagyas, many sacrifices. Many demigod sacrifices he has performed. And in that, Prabhupada is writing, and even in the verses also it is written, that he was performing that yagyas, considering the demigods, they are the limbs of the Supreme Lord. And then there is a verse, Yatha tarora moola nishechinanan tripendita skanda bhujopashakaha. By pouring water onto the roots of the tree, the whole tree gets nourishment. All the leaves and fruits, stems, branches, etc. So here, Jarasan a king like Jarasandha definitely is expected that most of the demons are the devotees of Lord Shiva, Lord Durga, SriSriRadhaRasbihari Bhagwan ki, Shri Sitaram Lakshman Bhakta Hanuman ki, Shri Gaunitai Bhagwan ki. Hare Krishna. So here, Jarasandha desired to worship Mahabharata by offering him the lives of 100,000 kings in sacrifice. So for them, now it's do or die situation. These kings were definitely aware that worshipping Lord Krishna, they will be, free from the cycle of birth and death. Later on, you will know this in the following verses where the prayers are there. In the first prayer, the kings are saying that people are in this world. The king said that, O Krishna, O immeasurable soul, destroyer of fear, for those surrendered to you despite our separatist attitude, we have come to you for shelter out of fear of material existence. So devotees approach Lord in different mood. Now, the kings are approaching Lord out of fear. Chaturvida bhajante mam janasu kritana arjuna arto jidnyasu arthati jnanicha bharatarshaba. 4 types of people who approach Lord Krishna. First are Artha, Artharthi. Artha, who are in distress. Artharthi, who is in need of money. And Jignasu and Jnani. One who is inquisitive and one who is in knowledge. So these kings are coming in which category? Distress. Okay. And they are describing their fear here. So although these kings are suffering from the karmic reactions of maybe their previous karmic reactions are like that, they have to suffer. But still they are pious, that's why they are approaching Lord Krishna. And in spite of having knowledge, sometimes when one is in opulence, Janma Ishvara Shuta Shibir Edamana Madhapuman, and is mad after that opulence, although he has knowledge that he has to follow dharma, he has to surrender towards Lord, but still he will not surrender. Most of the time this happens. And especially you have seen the example of King Indra and the Canto 6, where Indra is surrounded by many demigods, Apsaras, Vishwadevas, Vasus, and is enjoying his opulence. And that particular time when Brihaspati comes there, who is the guru of demigods, and obviously Indra's guru also, so it was expected that Indra will give some respect to his guru by offering him seat, at least by paying obeisances. That's the basic etiquette. Here Indra sees his own guru, but still he doesn't react. And by saying this, Brihaspati doesn't get angry as such, but Brihaspati knows the future, what will happen now with Indra, and he just returns back to his residence. And then Indra laments after that, what I have done, I was so mad of my opulence that I have not even respected my guru. And what to talk about this? A leader who don't know basic etiquettes, he is like a blind leader, and one who follows that blind leader, they will also has to face problems. And then Indra just lamented, and then later on, how to get free from these reactions. And then again, Indra, when Lord Vishnu, when it is advised by Brahmaji that go to Vishwaroop, and then he will give you, he will give protection by Narayan Kavach, and then he approaches Vishwaroop, who was a maternal relative from demons. Demons were the maternal relatives, and he was a nephew of demigods. And they approached Vishwaroop, and then Vishwaroop gave Narayan Kavach to Indra. But while performing offerings in the yajna, Vishwaroop visibly gave offerings to the demigods, and secretly, confidentially, he gave the remnants of the offerings to whom? To the demons. And this was not digested by Indra, and he killed Vishwarups. He has 3 heads, and he beheaded all the 3 heads. And those 3 heads got transformed into 3 birds. Common partridge, and then floral partridge, and then sparrow. There are 3 types of birds transformed into. And again then Indra laments, Are, by my hand, I killed a Brahmana. Now how to get liberated from this sin? See what happens when you are attached to material things. Many times your intelligence will not work. And even if you have the knowledge, still you will not be able to implement in your life. Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam taya prata chetasam vyavasayatmaka buddhi samadhuna vidhiyate. When you are completely attached for material sense gratification, your intelligence will definitely not work, especially spiritual intelligence will not work. And you have knowledge, you have theory with you, but you will not be able to implement. You will not like to implement rather. And this you find with Indra, not only Indra, Daksha also, Daksha Prajapati also, very well versed with Vedic scriptures. And he got a lesson in his previous life by offending Lord Shiva. And still in the next life, he offends whom? Narada. It becomes habituated. Why? Because in the purport, Srila Prabhupada writes there, that because he is attached to sense gratification. And when you are attached for sense gratification, then you risk anything. Then your intelligence doesn't work. And same thing with Jarasandha also. He's attached to sense gratification, he want to become famous. And he's just committing sins, And here in the kings, who are also attached, they accept that they were also attached. Despite of our separatist attitude, we have come to your shelter out of fear for material existence. They accept that this is not pure devotional service, obviously. Out of fear, in order to save ourselves, we are approaching you. Please save us, Lord Krishna. When things doesn't work, first, one is dependent on one's own ability. When our ability is also limited, then what we do, we take a help from others. Our family, relatives. In the Gajendra's pastime, if you see, that Gajendra was trying to take help first. First he was believing in his own ability, and his relatives also were not of any help. And later on, he was also on the verge of death. And then finally what happened? He surrendered towards Lord Vishnu. Here the kings are also helpless. Because here the king is Jarasandha, and even he has challenged Krishna. And here in the later verses, the king says that once he has defeated you. Who? Lord Krishna. Your strength is unlimited. The king says that your strength is unlimited. Oh Lord Krishna, your strength is unlimited. And thus 17 times you crushed Jarasandha in the battle. But then, absorbed in human affairs, you allowed him to defeat you once. So they very well know that if Lord Krishna has been defeated by Jarasandha, then why they will take help from Lord Krishna? So they very well knows that Lord Krishna has allowed him to win the battle for once. So he is so filled with pride that he dares to torment us, your subjects, O conquerable one, please rectify this situation. So please rectify this situation as early as possible, because we are helpless. Because your purpose of coming in this world is paritrana sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. Okay. Although we are not sadhu, the mood may be this, that although they are not the sadhus actually, these are the kings who are attached to material things. And because now the problem is inevitable, there is no help from other people, there is no expectation from any other being. That's why they are taking help from Lord Krishna. But one motto is vinashaya cha dushkritam. So you are destroying the miscreants, then why this miscreant is still alive? He is doing so many mischief. Why he is alive? So please rectify the situation as early as possible and kill Jarasandha. Why to kill Jarasandha? Not for the world, but for us at least. Because we are suffering here. Okay. Okay, this kind of prayer, definitely there is there is a fear that, if Krishna doesn't save me, then I will, die. But this is not a advanced devotee's prayer. Maro bhi rakho bhi jo ichha tamara. This is the Bengali verse, where whether Krishna wants to kill me or Krishna wants to save me is Krishna's desire. That is advanced, devotee's mood. But because they are not advanced, you cannot, just show off an advancement. If you are not advanced, you are not advanced. So the kings are accepted, we are not advanced. And out of fear, we are praying this. So this is a request by king to Lord Krishna. So please accept this request as early as possible. So when the learning thing is that the kings are also feeling that, yes, we would have, performed devotional service earlier only. This day would have not come, at least. And they have wasted their time, they wasted their life in opulence, in getting attached to the opulence. And that's why it is advised that a devotee should be very careful in spending his time. Sri Rupa Goswami has coined this word that avyartha kalatvam. One should not waste even one moment of his life. One should not waste even one moment of the, because this material world, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying that this material world is like salt mine. It's like salt mine. Wherever you go, you will find what? When you are in a salt mine, what you will find there? Salt, wherever you go. Similarly, this material world is like full of distress. It's an ocean of miseries. Wherever you will go, you will find miseries. Wherever you will go, you'll find miseries. If you find some happiness, that is also a misery. When there is soft hota hai na, ek soft. One is sugar coated soft and one is normal soft. Sugar coated soft is also soft hi hai. And normal soft is also soft. When the coating is removed, what you will find? So here the happiness and distress. Distress is distress. And the happiness is also, just the coating is happiness. But the inside is distress only. Any material thing, if you see. That's why yehi samsparshaja bhoga dukkha yone evate adi antavanta kaute nateshu ramate buddha. The intelligent person knows the science very well. That's why he never participates in this competition of happiness and distress of this material world. Kalena sarvatra gabira ramhasa. In Bhagavat it is said that due to time, happiness and distress will come. You don't have to put effort for happiness. Because as you don't put effort for distress, you don't pray for distress. Distress still comes. Similarly, you don't put efforts for happiness. There is no need to put efforts for happiness. Happiness will come on its own. So, we don't have to put a lot of effort. A person, when he starts planning, a person is happy till he don't plan. In Bhagavad it is said that जब तक planning नहीं बताता तब तक वो happy है. The moment he starts planning about material things, now distress will follow and it will get multiplied, again and again. So the moment you plan more and this happens, especially for the kings also here, and the whole life is depend on planning things. Social, even when it comes to government, there is a lot of planning they have to do. We have to do planning, there is no doubt about that. So here the kings are accepting that, we have not performed any devotional service. Now please save us. In this verse, which verse we have taken, people in this world are always engaged in sinful activities and thus bewildered about the real duty, which is to worship you according to your commandments. So they are accepting, even they have performed many sinful activities. And they have rejected the commandments of the Lord. In Christian, there are 10 commandments. But in Bhagavad-gita, Lord Krishna gives various commandments. And there are so many commandments. And in this, the example of the one verse is given, Yat karosi, yad asnasi, yat juhosi dadati yat tapasyasita kaunteya, tat kurushva madarpanam. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer, or give away, and whatever austerities you perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me. So now they realize, the kings are realizing, okay, what mistake I have done. Till now, whatever we have done for ourselves. Bhogaishvara Prasaktanam. We have done for our enjoyment. From now onwards, they are going to change now. So please save us at least before that. So that if we are saved, then we'll perform your devotional service. So this is the Supreme Lord's commandment actually. Very important commandment. Whatever you do, we have to do as an offering for Lord. We should not waste one moment of time. That is avyartha kalatvam. I have just used this word, which is coined by Srila Rupa Goswami. And avyartha, one should not waste even one moment. Even while eating, even while sleeping, one should be conscious of Lord. Khaite suite yatha tatha namalaya. Khaite suite yatha tatha namalaya. Kala desha niyam nahi sarva shastra kaya. यदि आमा प्रति स्नेह थाके सबाकार. यदि आमा प्रति स्नेह सबाकार. तबे कृष्ण व्यतिरिक्त न गाइब आर. न गाइब आर. की शयने की भोजने की बजागरणे. की शयने अहर्निश चिंता कृष्ण बलह वदने. कृष्ण बलि कांदिले से कृष्ण नाम मिले. कृष्ण बलि कांदिले से कृष्ण नाम मिले. धने कुले किछु नहे कृष्ण न भजिले. So khaite, if you want to use our time while eating, sleeping, khaite, pite, suite, yatha tatha namalaya. There is no rules and regulations for taking name. Anytime, anywhere, everywhere one can chant the holy name of the Lord. Kala desha niyam nahi sarva shastra kaya. All the scripture are saying this. Sanketyam parihasyam va stovanam helanam evava vaikuntha nama grahanam asheshakam haram vidu. One can be liberated by all the sins just by chanting of the holy name of the Lord, even if it is not attentive. When it is said that if you don't chant attentively, still it is so useful, still it is so beneficial. It means that we should not continue inattentive chanting, right? If you know that the glory of inattentive chanting is so much, then what to talk about attentive chanting? So we should definitely put our efforts in attentive chanting then. Yadi Ama Prati, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was winding his pastimes, and when he was with his group of devotees, his associates, when he was leaving, and especially when he was taking sannyas, that point of time, and all the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they were lamenting, if you are gone, then what will happen to us? What will happen to this movement of the Sankirtana? Who will do this Sankirtana in Shiva Sangan? Everyone was crying. That time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying this in Chaitanya Bhagavat, Yadi Ama Prati Sneha, if you really love me, Yadi Ama Prati Sneha Thake Sabakara, Tabe Krishna Vyatirekta Na Gaibara. Then you don't talk anything which is not related to Krishna. Srila Prabhupada said that if you want Krishna in your grip, two things. Eat what is offered for Lord Krishna. What is not offered, definitely we should not eat then. And speak about Krishna. If you do two things, Krishna will be in your grip. Prabhupada say very easily, Prabhupada बहुत easily बोल देते हैं. But for us, it's so difficult, Sometimes, eat what is offered to Krishna. Sometimes, chupke then, बाहर से कुछ सेव लाया, खा लिया.
without offer. We know the rule, but still we do that many times. Because the tongue is so powerful, it requires sometimes to gratify it, we forget the rules, we neglect the rules. But this is the case. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if you want to really please Lord, yadi ama prati sneha, if you really love Lord, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if you really love me, then what you have to do? You don't speak anything which is not related to Lord Krishna. Ki Shayane, ki bhojane. Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is advising them. While sleeping, while eating, kiba jagarane, and while you are awake also. Ahar nisha chinta Krishna, always you be conscious of Krishna. Krishna ke bare mein chinta karo. Right now we are concerned about our own life, our own family, our own belongings. We are concerned about ourselves. No, we should be concerned about whom? Lord Krishna. Even Krishna has a tension. What Krishna has tension? That all the living entities in the world are suffering. So his tension, if we are really his child, if we are really love him, then his tension will be our tension. When someone is contributing in preaching activities, then definitely he loves Krishna. So, Ahar nisha chinta Krishna balah badane. Always you chant the holy name of the Lord Krishna. So sometimes a person asks that how to chant holy name of Lord while sleeping. Pushte ki how to chant holy name of Lord. The point is that first you chant the holy name of the Lord while you are awake. When we are awake also we don't chant. What to talk about sleeping and chanting, First we have to chant while we are awake as much as possible. There is no problem if you chant more than 16 rounds. Is there any problem? Yes or no? So can we chant above 16 rounds? So there is no such hard and fast rule that just 16, not more than this. It's not less than this, okay? So as much time, when you get time, chant more, serve more. There is no, limit for our serving. Definitely there can be a joining time for us. In Krishna conscious movement, there can be a joining date, then can be joining time. But there is no retirement time. Okay? If someone is expecting, if I serve this, then I will retire and then go to Vrindavan and then relax. That's it. Meditate what I have done till now. That's it. No. There is no retirement time. There is no. Therefore, there should no be, Baran, I will serve this much, okay, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours. No. Unlimited. Krishna conscious is unlimited, service is unlimited, chanting is unlimited, everything is unlimited. That's why avartha kalata, never waste time. Whatever time we have in this our lifespan, we should use for Krishna's pleasure as much as possible. As much as we can. At least we should not repent later on. Ki arey, time tha maine kiya nahi. At least we should be satisfied at the last moment of death that, okay, I have given my best. At least we should do that. So today is also disappearance of Sri Ramanand Rai. And we will hear some 2 minutes, 5 minutes, it's still there. So Ramanand Rai disappearance today. So we will hear about him. His father Bhavanand Rai, and he took birth in the district of Jagannath Puri, Brahmagiri, a village near Brahmagiri, near Alarnath. And Ramanand Rai, it is said that he is a Nitya Siddha, an eternal associate of Lord Krishna. There are different views. In one pastime, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Bhavanand Rai, you are a Pandu, and your 5 sons are Pandavas. And Ramanand Rai is Arjuna. And other scriptures, it is written that Ramanand Rai is also Lalita Sakhi, and in some views, that is Vishaka Sakhi. So Ramanand Rai is an eternal associate of Lord. Although he was a Grihastha and used to consider himself a Shudra, the first meeting of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with Ramanand Rai happened at the coast of Godavari. Before going to South India tour, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya requested Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that Ramananda Rai is very well versed with Radha Krishna pastimes. You please, when you go to South India, you meet him. And the time came. Ramananda Rai came with his palanquin and with his servants. And he offered oblations to the forefathers and he took bath in the Godavari river. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also had his bath and he was sitting beside. Although he knew that he is Ramananda Rai, still Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was sitting. And when Ramananda Rai saw him, then he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he paid obeisances to him. And they both embraced each other. And they were in ecstasy. And later, when there was an invitation from a Brahmana to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to come to his house for prasadam, then he called Ramananda Rai also to come at that point of time. And Ramananda Rai came there and had a conversation. It is a pretty long conversation between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai. Wherein Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Ramananda Rai, what is the essence of all Vedic scriptures? Can you tell me? Then he says that Varnashram Dharma, he gives importance to Varnashram Dharma. Then he says, no, something about that. Then he says that above Varnashram Dharma is Karma Tyaga. Sarva Dharmana Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. Karma Tyaga. Taking renunciation. Then just go, then say, what is beyond this? What is beyond this? Aise karte karte, just spontaneous devotional service of the Lord is the highest thing. Ramananda Rai established this fact. And then later on, even about that, serving Lord in the mood of servant, serving Lord in the mood of friend, serving Lord in the mood of a parent, serving Lord in the mood of a lover. That is the topmost thing. And he also manifests the glory of Srimati Radharani. So such epitome of love was described by Ramananda Rai. And later on, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu requested Ramananda Rai to get retired from these government activities and you again come to Puri. I want your association. And then Ramananda Rai followed the order of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And accordingly, he again went back to Puri and he became associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with Swarup Damodar. Antalila, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrit, in these pastimes, where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is always in ecstasy, in separation of Krishna, in the mood of separation with Lord Krishna. And that point of time, Ramananda Rai and Swarup Damodar Goswami. These two are always, almost always they are with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never differentiated between them. Neither Ramananda Rai, Swarup Damodar is a sannyasi, he is a vairagi. And Ramananda Rai was a grihastha. But still, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to say that by a sight of a woman, I can get disturbed. But Ramananda Rai will never get disturbed. He used to glorify in such a way. And Ramananda Rai also wrote a book that is Jagannath Vallabha Nataka, and that was performed by Devidasis in Jagannath Puri. So that is the glory of short description which I have said right now, a description of Ramananda Rai. So here I will stop, it's time up. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki. Any questions you want to ask?
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Very nice class. Everybody will be surprised to know that Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes in Gopi Geet commentary that actually Jarasandha is a devotee of Krishna. And in order to glorify Krishna more and more, and in order to help in the mission of Lord Krishna, even though he is a great devotee of Brahmanas, he behaved like this. So very interesting thing. I was also shocked when I read that. Jarasandha is a devotee of Krishna. Regarding Ramananda Rai, I think Pradyumna Mishra or somebody, he wanted to hear Krishna Katha, then Mahaprabhu sent him to Ramananda Rai. Ramananda Rai at that time, he was massaging ladies who are actually going to enact Devadasis, who are going to enact Jagannath Vallabh Natak, no, Geet Govinda. And then Pradyumna Mishra was shocked. What is this? How? Because he wanted to hear Krishna Katha, Mahaprabhu recommended, go and hear from Ramananda Rai. When he saw all these things, Ramananda Rai told him to wait. But when he saw all these things, he was wondering what Krishna Katha he will narrate. He is massaging naked women. Then Pradyumna Mishra comes back. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, did you hear? Then he said, aisa ho raha hai, kya hai? Then Mahaprabhu explained what you said. I am a sannyasi. If I look Katputli of a naked woman, I may become disturbed. But Ramananda Rai, he is so transcendental that he will not be disturbed. So one should hear Krishna Katha from such a personality. Go and hear from him. Then Pradyumna Mishra goes back and they hear Krishna Katha for whole day. Like that. Not only that, Ramananda Rai, when Rupa Goswami was second time visit to Lord Jagannath Puri, that time Mahaprabhu had a meeting, satsang. Then Mahaprabhu was told everybody, say he is writing 2 dramas. Then Ramananda Rai is the one. He was asking questions. What is Mangala Charana? What is the stage? What is this? What is so? Prabhupada writes he is so expert in dramas. So there are. So he was asking questions, and then Ramananda Rai is so pleased with the writings of Rupa Goswami. Then he says, your writings are simply nectar to the ears. Like that. So that's how they were having. So he was judging, Ramananda Rai. He was so expert. Then mostly we understand that he is Vishaka, Prabhupada said, and then he was helping Lord Chaitanya in his pastimes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Shri Prabhupada ki Hare Krishna.